How are you doing, everyone? It's me, TheDomotaku, here today to talk about Masamune-Kun's Revenge, episode 11. We are actually, this is the second to last episode for the series. Now, at this point, I see how the series is going. It's not going to be conclusive, so that means I'm going to have to be reading the manga after the series. So, note to self, I will, as I do, so after I watch episode 12, I will be reading the manga. I will have to see if it, there's whole bunch of stuff that goes on after, and then just compare it, and then tell you if it's worth it, because I'm debating whether or not to continue buying the manga myself in English. And the series is not done in manga form technically, it comes out monthly, so I can only assume that the series won't be complete till a while. And I don't want to invest in the series I know will not be complete, but I'll have to see for myself about the manga afterwards. So, aside from that, we're talking about back to the anime now. So, the Culture Festival, you have the Snow White practicing form class versus thing here, where you have Masamune and Kojiro, I believe his name, the man girl, whatever. And you have Masamune and Aki, so this is gonna be quite a thing. So, of course, you have them in the final showdown, and of course, the last episode tomorrow will have to be the actual end of the play, and then the bet with Masamune's, both of them, but who dances with Aki. So, surprisingly enough, this episode, you have some evil, devious plotting going on behind the scenes. You have fake Masamune talking to Aki's friends about other legit real Masamune about how he's evil and how he's forcing Aki or blah 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 blah, all that nonsense, right? So then they come up with a plan to kidnap him and hold him so that they can't do their play. And I was like, damn, that's a little fucked up, isn't it? Just like what the hell is that? That's kind of screwed up in a sense, because their whole class will not be able to perform their play, and the school festival kind of gets ruined. I'm just like, you guys are so stupid. It's so dumb. But then, surprisingly enough, Yoshino also does the same thing and kidnaps the fake Masamune and locks him in the locker or the gym storage room. I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is terrible. But it's a good plan. It's a really good plan, because essentially they free the real Masamune, and he learns about the fake Masamune's experience, and that forces him to make a decision, because Aki is doing her play without the prince of Snow White, and that means that Masamune has to come in as the prince and then mix their two plays together and then get the kiss from Aki and then dance with her. That's a pretty legit plan. That's an excellent plan. Excellent plan. Good job, Yoshino. You're freaking great. But so my only concern with this series right now is that at this point in the series, Aki totally loves, or just totally is infatuated with the fake Masamune, because she thinks that he's the real childhood friend, right? And at this point, Masamune, real Masamune, can't make any moves or even talk to her, for crying out loud. And it seems to the fact that Aki hates him, because you see Aki and fake Masamune talking in the ice cream shop, and then he tries to bring up Masamune, the real Masamune, and then he's just like, oh, don't talk about him, I'm sorry, blah 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 blah, he's just annoying or whatever. I'm just like, she hates the living hell out of this guy, and I don't see a possibility of him coming back to just do anything, just talk to her, unless episode 12 fixes that. And then I would imagine there would be more in the manga that they try to fix the relationship, etc, etc, but who knows. So aside from that, we gotta talk about some other bullshit. What is hell with Kojiro, our man here, this guy who looks like a girl, starting to like Neko? What was that? Hell no. So, surprise, in the beginning, it's a funny ass scene where you have everyone I kind of feel sorry for Kojiro, because he's a dude, right? But, everyone treats him like a girl, he looks like a girl, I can imagine that. And then, he's just being treated like shit, or treated like a girl, you have to act like a girl or we're gonna lose his play or something like that. And then he's just super crying because he's a dude. Why did you make a dude play a girl in the play? That's just kind of messed up in my opinion. And then he runs into Neko, where Neko's like, oh, he treats him as a guy, right? And then it's like, oh, I might like Neko because all the other women are scary, they treat me like girls and shit. And I was like, what the freak is this? So surprisingly enough, that was just a joke thing, but I was like, whoa, Kojiro, you're going way too far. Going after Neko, and you already know that Neko likes Masamune. how dare you? But whatever, that was hilarious in its own end. So yeah, next week's episode, you know, I don't know, man. This series has been kind of like going downhill and uphill and then downhill again. And just like, I could see how it's gonna end, and it's gonna involve me reading the manga. Unless there's some good shit in the manga that I don't know of, then this series is just kind of getting flatlined for me, or something has to, like, impactful has to happen in the next episode, because these two plays are gonna mix. You have real Masamune go after Aki in the play, be the prince, and then they're gonna have some wonderful moment in the play, and then maybe it'll be great. So we'll see how that happens. So anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video on the TheDomotaku channel. Did I say Domotaku? Yes. Subscribe, because next week we'll cover the final episode, and we'll see. I will give my judgment on this series. You know, if you should just read the manga, or, you know, it's probably, there is more worth to the manga because it goes further than this, but we'll see how it is. And, you know, you finish the series, you're just like, okay, now I need to read the manga if I really want to learn anything else in the series. And then, yes, man, this season's ending so fast. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching again. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys. Matane, and see you later.